He found out about her $47,000 escaping plan, and it backfired. From modern dating here. We got a good one today, boys, alright? So like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. Let's get into it.
Am I the asshole for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling? I'm a 34-year-old female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband, who's a 37-year-old male, and I'm curious about if I am the asshole here or not. So me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day escape fund if worse came to worse. My husband has never shown any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset, but the way my mother talked about it, it seemed like a no-brainer to have.
Her money is her money, and your money is her money. It says in the text above that he's been working 2 jobs. They're facing financial ruin, and she's like, oh, should I use this? I mean, it's $40K that I used in case, like, you know, he became a loser one day and I could just ditch him, but should I use it to save our finances? There are just so many red flags with this. The fact that it exists, the fact that she's not wanting to use it to save your marriage and your finances, and the fact that he is working so much and she's still taking money away from him to feed into this escape fund. Wow, bro. Let's see where this goes.
When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid-6-figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near-fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part-time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed, as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his off days to keep us afloat. Here is where I might be the asshole. I do all of the expense management and have continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from $750 a month to just $200 a month.
That is a real man right there. Are you kidding me? This guy is Superman. He was making mid-6 figures. It all collapses on him. He loses his job, gets into a near fatal accident, loses all of his savings, and he's still like, no, babe, I want you to stay home. I'm gonna go out and work 2 jobs and Uber. And she's like, I kind of want to leave him. Like, bro, he should leave her. Let's just be real.
My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option, as I had spent many years making our house a home, and offered to go back to work. He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular occurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him.
My money.
Which now sits at about $47,000. After I told him all this, he just broke down sobbing.
And she's not okay with downsizing. Like, wow, dude. There are a lot of red flags going on here, okay? If he was making mid-6 figures prior to that, I imagine they had a pretty damn good lifestyle, especially the fact that she was able to stay at home all this time. So, you know, that's about upper middle class. I imagine their lifestyle was actually pretty damn good, and they have a pretty big home, you'd assume, because of it. These are just huge red flags. She's not willing to downsize for her man, while he's putting in all of this work and effort, just zero appreciation.
Point of view is that I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said, I heard him on every possible level, but my mom says this is exactly what the money is for and should bail now.
And that's the problem.
This is really just a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? And the womanist mother was the one that put that seed of doubt there to begin with. Because over those years when they were struggling financially, they could have absolutely used that money. What did she say? It was like $300 a month she was taking? That built into $47,000 over the years. That initial seed of doubt ended up growing into this giant tree of despair, and that tree collapsed over on top of your marriage. And this is a pretty extreme example, but I guarantee you there are quite a few women that think relatively similar. This kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing. Oh, well, I want all the benefits of marriage. Like, yeah, you can go out and you can work for me and do all that kind of stuff and bring me back the money, but I still want all my independence, and just in case, you know, you lose everything, you can just go off and be a loser now, and I'll be okay over here with my independence. Marriage is supposed to be a team. You're supposed to work together. He literally was killing himself for the family, and she just watched. Wow, that's... yeah. So she stayed home and embezzled his paycheck and wouldn't spend it on their bills. Yep, that's exactly what happened. What's ironic about this is that apparently when a woman sets up an escape fund in case things fall apart, it's for her protection and perfectly okay. But if a man asks for a prenup in case things fall apart, it's harmful to the relationship and insulting because it's implying that the relationship won't last. Yeah, exactly. She put aside $750 a month. Insane. She is criminal. My money. Insane. Oh, it was $750. Wow, I misheard. She should give him his money back that she stole from him. He should work less and she should get a job. It's honestly like my man was working 3 jobs and his wife was working against him at the same time. Wow, it's really just a shame, man.
Do you aspire to be a stay-at-home mom?
If it comes with an allowance, yeah.
An allowance?
Yeah, like if he gives me money weekly, yeah.
Obviously, the man is working out there getting the bread, so life is good for you.
Yeah.
But you're saying you want even an extra incentive, like give me a little bit of extra.
Of course.
Yeah.
I also want to have my own thing too.
There
Like I
you
want to
go.
have my own credit, my own cards. I want to have my own thing. Where
Why do you want your own?
I'm gonna tell you why I want my own. Because nothing is forever.
You think that it's okay for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom as long as she could plot her exit?
It's not plotting your exit.
There's no intention in his mind to make a backup plan in case you don't do what you want to do and you decide to just bounce.
Alright.
So what happens is when we get to this conversation is like, why do men not want to be married? This is the example, because if I go and I bust my behind and I provide and protect and I do everything for my wife, not my girlfriend, my wife, she's still thinking in the back of her head that this is a possibility, this is not going to work, and she wants to be okay when it doesn't. The ideology that you have in the mindset is called catastrophizing. A lot of women do it, and basically what that is when a woman is preparing for the tragedy rather than focusing on what is currently happening in their relationship.
Dude, bars. Wow, that dude is really on point in that clip. Where is the resiliency? The women of the past would be with you through thick and thin. That was the true wifey material. You'd be able to go homeless together, but as long as you were together, it was okay. All of these values seem to be completely lost on this generation. Another thing that is just completely running rampant in the US, there is rampant materialism. A lot of people really just don't understand how materialistic the United States is until you get out. Like, this is just a small example, but I'm in Japan right now, and a lot of the Japanese homes are very minimalistic. Like, you can look at this. Look at this. This is our bedroom. This is our bedroom where we sleep. There's basically nothing in here. And you can look out there too. It's what they call a tatami room, and it's just basically it's a completely empty room where you'll have a little table and a seating setup just to hang out, meditate, read, whatever you want. And also in Eastern Europe, where I just was, it's like most people don't really spend money unless it's necessary. They don't just throw it away on weird material, useless things like a lot of Americans do. Because with our hyper abundance comes that hyper consumerism, and it just feeds into the problem even more.
This seems like common sense, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm not lucky that I have a good husband. I have a good husband because I married a good man. People keep commenting on my TikTok that I'm lucky I have such a good husband, I'm lucky that he puts up with this, blah, blah, blah. Luck didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, he was a good man when we were dating, so I married him. Good men turn into good husbands. Bad boyfriends don't make good husbands. I knew when I was dating Caden that he would be a great husband and a great father. So I chose to marry him and then bear his children. It wasn't luck. It wasn't like a coin flip. I knew who he was, and I knew I wanted to build a life with him. Somebody commented that her partner would strangle her if she acted like I did, and it was like, you should get a new partner.
So I get her point. It's like, okay, well, marry a good man and he will be a good husband. And she's basically saying a lot of women today, they'll get with the, you know, the bad guy and then expect them to just miraculously become these good husbands if they get married. Something like that. But the thing that I see that's missing from this is gratitude. Gratitude. She should feel lucky to have a good man and have a good husband, because if you're not grateful for what you have, you're less likely to fight to keep that thing. Gratitude is a really big green flag. If your woman is just grateful to be around you, she's happy to be around you, happy that you're spending time with her, these are all big green flags.
So this is my first video, and I don't normally do stuff like this, but I'm thinking out loud, so I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts with people and get everyone's opinion on things.
Okay.
But I've been single for a while, and I am just wondering why we are all struggling to meet someone, because there seems to be loads of people that want to meet someone. There's more ways now more than ever to meet someone, and even though it's the standard of it's too easy now and there's too much choice and all that, I just find it really bizarre that we just everyone seems to want to not be single. Like, you see all these like videos online, and yet everyone as well everyone seems to be dating wrong or doing something. I don't know what it is. I know I must be doing something wrong. So I just kind of want to know what everyone's thoughts are as to why there are so many great people, especially like in the mid, like sort of 30s to like right up to like early 50s pool, that want to meet someone, but the dating game is just brutal. So yeah, please share any thoughts and get any kind ones, because this is my first video.
She wants me to be nice, okay? So let me up the gentleman a little bit, and let's use our gentlemanly skills, okay? Let us not be crass. For some women getting back into the dating market, especially if they were in a long-term relationship, which is the case for a lot of women, they'll usually get into a long-term relationship around that 29, 30 year mark, be in a relationship for about 7 to 8 years, get divorced, and then they have to go back out into the dating market. Now, here's something that is absolutely huge. The advent of dating apps. If you haven't used dating apps before, if you were used to this whole kind of old world dating where, you know, you went to a bar, some guy chatted you up, you get his number, you go on a few dates, and boom, you're husband and wife magically, that is basically gone. Most people meet each other through dating apps nowadays. And what happens when women age, the thing is, the dynamic switches. And it switches around that 30-year-old mark, where in women's 20s, their value was way up here and they were really doing great. They could get with basically any guy they wanted, and they were almost more picking the men. But what happens when she turns 30 and gets a little bit older, now the men are the ones that are able to choose. And the whole dating apps thing, dating apps don't want you to get into a relationship, because when you're in a relationship, you don't use their apps. So they will intentionally match you with people that they know will be subpar for you. Maybe you'll get a week-long fling from it or something like that, but then after that fling, you're back on the dating apps doing the exact same thing, and then they send you that exact same subpar person again. So they want to keep you in this constant cycle because obviously they want to make money. So long story short, you basically fumbled the bag. If you were in a long-term relationship before you got married, you got kids and all this kind of stuff, you were winning back then, but now you're down. I was being a gentleman, guys. All right, I was trying my best.
My wife just got a bank statement in the mail that I don't know nothing about. I gotta work 2 jobs, about $20,000. Knowing we struggling, man. This. Why do I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about?
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of the account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of the account that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? Do you not work for us? Are we not a family?
That word she used right there, us, is incorrect. She is treating this man like he is working for her and not both of them. In the marriage, you are supposed to be a team. He has his job and you have your job, but at the end of the day, you're both working towards a common goal. But this is pure betrayal. That's exactly what it is. She's going behind your back, taking your money, putting it into a separate bank account, but still wants to make it seem like, oh, we're on a team. You work for us. Nah, dude. How would most women feel if they were in a relationship with a man and he kept around 10 side chicks at all time, that they were just ready to replace him? That they were just ready to replace her at any second. They'd probably find it attractive, actually, to be honest. That competition, they'd love that competition, bro.
You want? Don't.
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What is the problem?
You need to be a problem. You the self.
What's wrong with me?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that I was already struggling.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are selfish.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us, are you serious? You mad because I'm putting
Everything you've done for who? Everything you've done for me, I'm the one working. I'm the one putting in the time.
You cannot be for real right now, Key. Everything I do for us, and you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me? And you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me?
20K is a little bit of money. What the hell kind of lifestyle do you have? I honestly have no idea how any man can be with a woman like this. One that's just loud and obnoxious. Like, for me, not even for a night, man. Not even for a night. This type of behavior is just so obnoxious.
Everything you do for us. Everything you do for you. Statement. It's just... I'm gonna tell you, man.
Do what you gotta do. I don't care about it. I'm so serious. I'm not about to argue with you about no money.
About no money?
No, I'm not arguing
It's
with
just
you about
money
no
to you, right? $22,000 is just a little bit of money to you, huh? I gotta go and work for that money. But it's just a little bit to you, huh?
I'm not about to argue with you about it. Like I said, if we were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do? Like I said, if we were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do?
It's exactly what I was saying before, this 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of mentality. You want the benefits of having a man and the benefits of being an independent woman. Just no resiliency at all. And at the core of this, it is feminism. It really is. Teaching women that they can't rely on men whatsoever for anything. All it was doing, it was playing on women's insecurities, their need for safety and security. And they're saying, well, obviously, you can't trust these men. You got brokenhearted that one time in high school. Do you remember that? You can't trust these men at all. And this is the exact kind of mindset that will lead you to the end of the relationship. You have to be able to trust each other in a relationship. Try that shady crap in a business partnership, and the courts have a name for it. It's embezzlement.
Who can live off of 22? You acting like I stole $100,000. Come on. It's money you've been giving me that I just put a little bit to the side in my own account.
I really don't have anything else to say. Get as far away from this person as possible.
Why would I help a man get on his feet if there are men who are already standing up?
Mira, because they're standing up next to the woman that helped him get on his feet. You know, there's nothing wrong with finding a man who's established. I just think that there's nothing wrong either with finding a man who's determined. Your soulmate's your teammate.
Those are definitely the women that you would want to keep. The women that see potential in you and they stick by your side while you are still making it. You're still climbing up the mountain. That type of woman, though, is rare because a lot of women today just wait at the finish lines and pick the winners.
If you were making $100K a year, how much would you expect your man to make?
Equal or more.
Why?
Because when I look for a partner, I look for equal. Or if it's more, I'm not complaining, but it's got to be equal.
What do you think about this statement? My money is our money, her money is hers.
I agree. Okay. I 100% agree.
Why?
Our money is our money, but her money is her money, right? She's earning for herself. But like, oh, no.
You expect a man to protect and provide for you?
Yes.
If a man is expected to provide and protect, shouldn't he have some form of authority over his woman?
No, not at all.
Why?
A relationship is 50-50.
But it's not 50-50 if his money is our money and your money is yours.
Got him. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress, and I'll see you later.